They're allowing the kids to skip school
For some kind of rally or something?
to protest climate change.
I mean, they can do it, but my third graders won't know climate from a cookie.
Well, I'm at that point of the month, at the end of a month, beginning of a new one. I look back at all the videos I didn't get to, all the conversations I wasn't able to edit and put online. And it bothers me that you don't get to see a lot of what I go through and the conversations I have out there. Try to pick out the most interesting and put them up. But it's a shame that I have to just toss so many because I haven't got the time. So many things to do. A long way to go and a short time to get there. But I'm doing my best to try to entertain you, educate you, maybe give you some fight. This is a short clip of this. I just had to squeeze this lady in. I think she's a gem. Glad she's teaching our children. She's what I would think to be a good teacher. And it's a shame we don't have more of them. So I hope you appreciate it. If you do, you know what to do. I don't have to go through all the crap, do I? Other than please do sign up at subscribestar.com at Badass Uncle Sam and pick a tier or contribute to my PayPal, Badass Uncle Sam 76 at gmail.com. Thank you. I need all the support I can get. And of course, pray for me. Okay, I'll see you on the flip side here. What do you teach?
I teach at Carpenter Elementary. Teach third grade.
Well, they're brats at that age.
Not quite yet. Almost, not yet. Almost. They're right before they go rotten.
Right before you go out.
Yeah.
So you can.
I taught first grade once, and that was rough.
Now, let me ask you, because today was in the news today.
Uh-oh. What was it?
Well, last night, today. They're allowing the kids to skip school
For some kind of rally or something?
to protest climate change.
High school kids, right? Not elementary.
No,
I mean, they can do it, but my third graders won't know climate from a cookie, so
I mean, they just had teenagers testifying before Congress complaining about the inaction of climate change. Do you think teenagers should be before Congress testifying, wasting our tax dollars, lecturing us on climate change?
I don't know. Maybe not. Depends which one. Some of them should not be allowed to drive, but we let them do that too. So.
Indeed. Well, I mean, how do you feel about climate change? Do you believe there's man-made climate change?
Well, I don't. How do you know? How do you know any of this, right? Like
You're the science.
we act like we know all these things, and I
So should we?
read about it, both sides, but I can't say this is it because I don't know. I don't think either groups know either. So.
All right, now I'm going to lay something on you that you want to look up. And so I might school you a bit on this. I'm going to teach the teacher. Okay?
Please teach me.
Okay. look up the history of weather and climate modification programs.
Okay.
You will see government and private programs going back to 1891
Oh boy.
on the how to control weather and climate. We have them.
Yeah, well.
We have them. Now, you would think it would be, I mean, ludicrous to believe that the military wouldn't want to try to control the weather, or that elites wouldn't want to try to control the weather. That way they
To benefit them, right?
to bet on
not crazy.
future markets for crops,
For sailing,
for everything.
for everything. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So now here's the deal.
Okay.
Knowing that, because when you find this out, you're going to see reams of documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, things like, Eisenhower started the Department of Weather and Climate Modification in 54. President Kennedy got before the UN Assembly in 64 and said, we're going to use today's technology to control the weather. There was a leaked Air Force document in 1997. Weather is a force multiplier, controlling the weather by 2025. Professor Ben Livingston, who known as the father of weather weapons, used weather weapons in Vietnam. When that was discovered, the UN passed the UN Weather Weapons Treaty ban in '74.
They said you can't mess with the weather anymore, huh?
Yeah, but again, how do you know, right?
How do you know?
It's right?
Well, I guess if you do it right, then how would you know?
Thank you.
Well.
So with all of this documentation there showing that we indeed do mess with the weather, why is it never brought up in any climate change debate? Because when they mess up with the weather, they can turn around and blame us. Say, aha, it's your fault. You're using too much carbon dioxide. You have to lower your standard of living.
Meanwhile, they've already messed it up years and years and years and years.
And meanwhile, Obama's buying a $15 million mansion on the shoreline telling us it's going to flood. Right? So, I mean, check it out, because it is one of the biggest scams going.
Okay.
And it's,
Well, that's the thing. When people put out research on something, it's like, well, let me find the research on the other stuff, because it's always...
it's what they don't tell us.
It's what they don't.
That's how they lie to us.
That's it.
It's what they don't
It's
tell
what they
us.
don't know.
I'm glad you're teaching the kids. I really am. Because, I run into a lot of educators out here, and they talk about how the government tries to bend the curriculum, and, hello.
Hi.
Would like to leave anything in the Bulletproof Vest Fund, it's always appreciated. Unless you're a liberal, then everything's free. A responsible conservative will pay your way through life. Well, here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton for you. It's good for any crime in the world.
Thank you. Thank you. It was nice talking.
That was a pleasure. Well, I was wrong about her. That to me is a teacher. All right, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, Badass Uncle Sam at subscribestar.com and PayPal badassunclesam76 at gmail.com. And I sure hope to have a shop up soon. I just been swamped and I haven't had time to get to it. So God bless you. Pray for me. I'll see you on the streets.